Hello, I'm Cyril, and this is my third compiler lab experiment. And in this experiment, we have to make a program for macro processor. We have to simulate the function of a macro processor. So what we have to do in this is here I have an input. So here, whenever I have a define, so what this will mean is I will give the value, I will give true the value 1. So whenever here inside this main, if I have true, I'm going to give it the value 1, and if I have false, I'm going to give it the value 0. So here, like I have pi, I'm going to give the value 3.14 to pi. So here I'm going to read line by line and then check if I have this token there in this define macro, and then I'm going to replace the values. So let's see the program. So here I'm going to read my file and then into the program, and here I'm going to read it line by line using br, which is my object for the buffer reader. So now I'm going to check if the line has define or not, hash define. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if it starts with hash define. And now to check if it's a macro function or a macro constant, I'm going to check it by seeing if there is a bracket. So here, as we can see, there's a bracket here, so this is a macro function. So if there's a macro function, what we're going to do is we're going to replace the define with space, and we're going to trim. So we're going to trim and put the value into this. So the value of my function, this function is going to get stored, and I'm going to divide it into 3 parts. So the first part, function will take the value function, the name of the function, that is fun, and then I'm going to take the values of the attributes, and then this, and then if it is not a function, if it is a constant, that is macro constant, I'm going to run this. So here it's going to split it on the basis of space, and then it's going to take the values into one and the names into other table. So now to see now if it is not a hash define, so then what I'm going to do is here. So wait, here. So now I'm gonna see if it is a function call or not. So to see if it's a function call or not, I'm gonna see if there's a bracket. So now I have to be careful if I'm gonna choose the main function, because I have to do nothing with the main. So here I have done not main. So it's going to look for all the open bracket. So now when he finds the open bracket, what it's going to do is it's going to take the value of this. So till the bracket, it's going to take the value and trim it and put it into the string, that is fn. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to check for the actual and formal table arguments. So these are my actual arguments and these are my formal arguments. Now what we are doing here is we are inputting the value of the actual arguments by splitting them. So I'll split them on the basis of comma. So a and b are going to get stored separately into the array string, and then before here also I will be splitting them. So x and y will also be getting split on the basis of comma, and they will go into this array, this string. So then after that I'm going to replace this with this, the formal by actual arguments. So here instead of x equal to x plus y, I'm going to get a equal to a plus b. So that's all we have to do here, and when we do that, the values of it's gonna check line by line and token by token and see if we have a token inside of main, and if we have, and we have defined the token, it's gonna print the value. For example, like here pi, it's gonna define the pi is defined as 3.14, so it's gonna print the value 3.14 here. So now all we have to do is print the line. So I'll execute this. So now you can see that the function became a equal to a plus b, and here the value of pi has become 3.14. So yeah, that's it. Thank you.